Brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, fam? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, y'all, check it out. So I am way behind on this reaction. I had a follower that actually sent me a request to check out this song. Now, because I've been kind of juggling some of the other stuff that I've been doing with Ren, also trying to get on top of some of the newer stuff that's come out, and I'm just juggling. But I am way behind, and it's about time that I go ahead and tackle this. She asked me for it. I promised her I'd get to it, and I'm sorry it took me so long. But today we're here. Now, one of the people that I know that Ren, which actually makes this reaction fitting, and how I got this suggestion in the first place, is because this is an artist that Ren, has tremendous respect for. And I have tremendous respect for Ren. And I've already known about this person for a minute now, but I've never really actually fell into her archive to actually dig anything up and check it out. So today's going to be my first run at her archive. I don't know how this rabbit hole is going to go because I'm still doing other things and stuff like that too. So it's not going to be with the same consistency that I'm locked into Ren right this second, but I'm hoping that this will actually inspire me to go further into the rabbit hole, little by little. Don't press me on it, little by little. But anyway, so today we got Lil Simz, and we got her song Introvert. Now, I do know just from looking at the description on here that this song is like 5 years old. So it's not any of her newer stuff. And I don't even know if she has any newer stuff. I don't know. I ain't been on it like that. But this was the song that was suggested to me. So this is the song that I'm getting into today. And then we'll see how it goes from here. But Lil Simz, Introvert, you on deck today. I'm looking forward to it though. Like I said, I already know who she is, and I've heard bits and pieces of her, but not enough to really say that I'm knowledgeable. You know what I mean? So hold on, I got my antennas over here. I don't know why I set them all the way over here today. Let me get my antennas on. And yeah, a little bit of housekeeping, like I always do. Listen, y'all, make sure you hit the like button on this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe so that you can be part of our journey to 10,000 and way beyond what they say Buzz Lightyear say, to infinity and beyond. We want to keep going. We need y'all for that. All right. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can stay up on everything that we do over here. If you want to shop our merch, if you want to support, all the descriptions and links to support are all of the links to support are in the description. You can follow us over on Patreon. We're doing other things over there. Anyway, check the description. All that stuff is in there. Lil Simz, Introvert. Let's get it. I like that.
The kingdom's on fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church, I see sinners in a church. Sometimes I might be introvert, there's a war inside. I hear battle cries, mothers burying sons, young boys playing with guns. The devil's a liar, fulfill your wildest desires. Now I don't wanna be the one to doctor this, but if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite. The fight between the yin and yang's a fight you'll never win. I study humans, that makes me an anthropologist. I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. But if I don't take this winner's flight, that's career commit suicide. Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I see her soul rising as her body gets closer to death.
All right, look like hold on. It looks like we got a little break right there. Let me go back. I gotta go back to the beginning. First of all, let me start out by saying I'm feeling the shit out of the cinematography, the overall concept of the video. The video is fire to me. It's I like the way she's got the clips of it's almost reminiscent of a I don't want to give her that title. Nah, we're not gonna do that. What I do want to say though is the video from what I see so far with the clips that she's showing is almost like this is her taking a stand. This is her taking a stand. I see some of the visuals that are going on in there with the war, the church, the dead bodies, the things that go on inside communities, the struggles that are being displayed in the visuals. But I also see one thing that I never really was a fan of, and I don't know why, because I'm an old school hip hop guy. You know what I mean? And I come from the days where, you know, uh, uh, like break dancing, you know, things of that nature, hip hop dancing, you know, even all the way up to the modern area in the, you know, in the 90s when crunk dancing hit the scene and this, that, and the other. All of these were forms of visual expression, dance expression. Um, I don't know why I've never really been a big fan of interpretive dance, but most of the time I think it was because to me, um, it what to me it wasn't used in the way that I thought, and that was just my personal preference. Everybody has their own way of using interpretive dance, but lately I've been seeing a lot of people incorporate interpretive dance into their music, and I'm starting to really become a fan of it. Like really becoming it's taking me back to the old days mentally. Watching the interpretive dance that I see that she has going on in here, you know what I'm saying, in this video, the interpretive dance is really kind of like telling a story all by itself, along with her telling the story. And it's really powerful when it's used the right way, in the right context. Like I don't know, like I'm really becoming a fan of interpretive dance when used properly. Um, I don't like it when people just use it as a thing. I guess that's what I meant to say when I first said it. I don't like it when people use it just as a thing to add some sort of pop or pizzazz to their video. I like it when it's used to in collaboration with the story that you're telling. Um, and that's what she's doing. This is powerful. She has some bars in there, but before we even get to the bars, I want to talk about the cadence. She is spitting. Like not even just lyrically, but her cadence, her delivery, her energy, the way that she, you know, enunciates her words, the way that she puts the passion and the energy behind her lines, like she is spitting. And this track right here is like reminiscent of an old Nas track. Um, I do off the top of my head, I cannot for the life of me think of what the name of the track was. But this, and then the way that she's delivering over the track and what she's talking about in the song is very like reminiscent of a Nas situation. This almost feels like this is something that Nas would have done. It's like I'm listening to Nas with a female voice on this song. It's dope. It's dope. I really like it. And what she said, don't skim over what she said. Now, like, listen, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you. I'm not British, and sometimes even with Ren, I get some of the lines and some of the words misconstrued because they're speaking from a British, you know, context, and I don't live there. So I don't know some of the things that might be related to certain lines. Some of it I'm not gonna get. Number two, I haven't really dug into Simz. So there's going to be things about her and the things that she says that I'm not going to have pure understanding and context of because I don't know her yet. You know what I mean? So I have to learn a little bit more about her to be able to fully get some of the things that she says. Her accent is not so deep that I can't understand what she's saying. So I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I understood every word she said, which is, you know what I'm saying, has been a hang up of mine with actually covering UK rappers and stuff like that sometimes, because I don't really fully understand some of the dialect at times. You know what I mean? But Ren I've missed some of his bars, but for the most part, he's been pretty easy for me. And Simz has been, you know what I mean, for this right here, she's easy to understand. So, but I'm not going to get everything on this one. I already know that, because I don't know her yet. Knowing the person helps you understand the lines. And I don't know the person yet. I was able to pick up on some of the lines that Ren did only because he was telling stories. And even in that, I missed it. I missed a lot of lines, but I'm learning more and more, and it's becoming easier because I've listened to more. I've learned more. The Renegades have helped me with more. But this right here, she's spitting. I'm not gonna get off talking about Ren on Lil Simz, but let's go ahead and go. Let's go, because I wanna go back through these bars. Let's get it. I love this beat. Even that, there's a war. That's very that man. I wish I could think off the top of my head the name of that song, but that really does remind me of Nas.
The kingdom's on fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church. I see sinners in a church.
The kingdom's on fire, the blood of the Messiah. Yeah, I see sinners in the church. I see sinners in the church. I don't know why she double tapped that. Like I said, I need to learn more about Simz, because there's gonna be things that she says that I don't really get the true meaning of. But I hear it. I just don't want to try to explain it if I don't understand it. That's not fair to her.
On fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church. I see sinners in a church. Sometimes I might be introvert. There's a war inside. I hear battle cries. Mothers burying sons. Young boys playing with guns. The devil's a liar. Fulfill your wildest desires.
Now, I do know that that's bars. I'm like, okay, so I don't know if that relates. That's going to have to be broke down. But she says, I see sinners in the church. I see sinners in the church. Sometimes I might be introvert. So it's like, I see sinners in the church. Sometimes I might be introvert. I might sit back and not say nothing. But she says, I hear the war inside. I see, I hear the war inside. I hear the battle cries. I don't know if that all relates to what she sees in the church. I don't know. That's bars though, but also introvert. And then that could also be like she's speaking about herself. I hear the war. I see the war inside, or I hear the war inside, or there's a war inside of me. You know what I'm saying? I hear the battle cries, like there's a piece of me fighting to get out. There's a piece of me, like I see this. And sometimes I might be introverted. So, seeing the war inside and hearing the battle cries might be her saying like, I want to step out and speak on the things that I see. But like I'm wrestling with myself. I'm battling with myself and my desire to step out here and speak on what I see. I don't know if that's what that means. Again, I want to be fair to her. So these are just my comments.
On fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church. I see sinners in a church. Sometimes I might be introvert. There's a war inside. I hear battle cries. Mothers burying sons. Young boys playing with guns. The devil's a liar. Fulfill your wildest desires. Now I don't want to be the one to doctor this, but if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite.
That's bars right there. That one right there is bars. I don't want to be the one to doctor this. I don't want to be the one. And it goes back to her. Sometimes I might be an introvert. The war inside, the battle cries. It's like I want to address this stuff, and now she goes back to saying the same thing. I don't want to be the one to operate on this. I don't want to be the one to have to do this surgery. I don't want to be the one that has to try to fix this. You know what I'm saying? But yo, but then she turns around and says, if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite, which is the analogy they always say. You know, you can't know sunshine without the rain. You know what I'm saying? It's you won't know spring without winter. You know, it's all the same thing. It's like without pain, you don't. How do you know what joy feels like? How do you know what happiness feels like? If all you had was happiness, would you know that was happiness? How do you know the difference? Like you're like, bruh, bars. That's bars.
Mothers burying sons, young boys playing with guns. The devil's a liar, fulfill your wildest desires. Now I don't wanna be the one to doctor this, but if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite. The fight between the yin and yang's a fight you'll never win.
Yeah, the fight between the yin and yang. That's what she just said. If you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite. If you can't feel pain, you can't feel joy. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight between yin and yang. One has to exist in order for the other to exist. You can't win that fight. There'll never be a day in your life where it's all going to be perfect. Because if you don't have troubled times, you can't have good times. That's bars. The fight between the yin and yang is one you'll never win.
But if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite. The fight between the yin and yang's a fight you'll never win. I study humans, that makes me an anthropologist. I'm not
That's bars. I study humans. That makes me an anthropologist. Anthropology is literally the study of humans. The study of mankind. Bruh, that's bars. That's bars.
The yin and yang's a fight you'll never win. I study humans, that makes me an anthropologist. I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. But if I don't take this winner's flight, that's career suicide.
Hold on. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Study humans, that makes me an anthropologist. I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid.
If you don't know, if you don't know how that ties in, everybody knows what apartheid is. It's literally in South Africa, the separation of of black and white. You get it. Everybody, I'm not digging too deep into it. But I know it's dark times. The study of apartheid is the isolation of black, dark, apartheid, like black, bro, that's bars. That's bars. That's bars. I don't know if she was thinking that deep, but if not, then accidentally that was bars.
I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. But if I don't take this winner's flight, that's career suicide. Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see.
Hey, she said, but if I don't take this winner's flight, now I wanna try to get that right, because that's like her saying, if I don't take they say sometimes I gotta take the high road. It's like, if I don't take this winner's flight, because right now, success is showing up for me, and if I don't fly above this, if I don't get away from this, if I don't try to leave that alone or whatever, me addressing that thing that I see, some of the things that I see, if I don't run away from that, you know what I'm saying, then that could ruin my career. Sometimes they say, sometimes taking a stand against things can ruin everything for you. But I don't know, it doesn't feel like in this song that she wants to shy away from it. But maybe that's the battle that she's thinking inside of her, the war, hearing the battle cries inside of her as an introvert. Maybe that's her saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to speak on this, even that. I don't want to be the one to doctor us. This whole song seems like she's sharing the battle that she has in herself, the introverted side, and then the part of her that sees stuff going on and wants to jump out there and wants to be a voice, for people. But then there's part of her that's saying, maybe I need to just sit back and just mind my business. You know what I'm saying? This whole song right now seems like she's sharing with you the internal battle that she has with the stuff she sees going on. But in that, she is very point blank forward speaking on the stuff that she sees. This is dope. Because this is her telling you, this is her being vulnerable with you about the battles that she has, all at the same time while making sure that she takes a stand. And visually, she's showing you what's going on while she's showing you also that I battle with what I see. Bro, I don't even know if I verbalized that right. I could just be talking in circles right now. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm starting to picture it.
Politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. But if I don't take this winner's flight, that's career suicide. Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I see her soul rising as her body gets closer to death.
Hey, that's a dope shot. I'm sorry. Simz, that was a dope shot.
I'm not into politics, but I know it's dark times. Parts of the world still living in apartheid. But if I don't take this winner's flight, that's career suicide. Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I see her soul.
That right there. Visually, that's a dope ass shot. That's a dope shot. Shout out to you. Shout out to the cinematographer, to your director, to the camera guy. That is a dope ad. That's an iconic shot. You actually need to take a shot like that. If you guys already don't have a still of that, you need to frame that, because that is an iconic shot right there. That's dope.
Rising as her body gets closer to death.
I'm loving everything about this video so far. I am loving everything about the cinematography of this video is fire. It's fire. I love this. And like I said, I'm watching the little interpretive dancing that the little shots of interpretive movement that dancers are doing in this. And that's actually adding value to the video, adding value to the song, because you kind of see the passion in those dancers. Bruh, my bad. Is that her singing? Does Simz sing too? If that's her, she's got a good voice. Man, we got another little Ren. Like Ren be doing the singing and the rapping and everything all at once. Let me find out Simz is multi-fat. Like I said, I know of her. I never said that I knew about her. I just know of her. But I didn't know. I didn't know that she could sing too. Bruh. Like a little British Lauryn Hill. Bruh, this is dope.
I need a license to feel internal wounds, and I'm not trying to be healed. I sabotage what you're trying to build, cause the feelings I keep aside, but it's time to reveal. I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations are surfaced. Simz an artist or Sim be the person. To you I'm smiling, but really I'm hurting. I dedicate my life and gave my heart over 20-something years left, wondering how I even feel, but was it even worth it? I bottle up and let's spill it in verses. One day I'm wordless, next day I'm a wordsmith. Close to success, but to happiness I'm the furthest. At night I wonder if my tears will dry on their own, hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance. And the demon said motherfucker you earn this. Like they strip you of everything you're deserving. Realize there is a prison and ours being conditioned as fuck. Man, it's like they can't sleep till our spirit is crushed. How much fighting must we do? We've been fearless enough. All we've seen is broken homes here in poverty. Corrupt government officials, lies and atrocities. How they talking almost threatening the economy. Knocking down communities to re-up on properties. I'm directly affected, it does more than just bother me. Look beyond the surface, don't just see what you wanna see. My speech ain't involuntary, projecting attention straight from my lungs. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. We walking blind, faith not knowing the outcome. But as long as we're unified, then we've already won.
I can't wait to get back in it. Bruh. The first verse was cool. But this motherfucker snapped on that verse. Bruh, Simz snapped on that verse. She snapped on that verse. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are as a hip hop lover, and the cadence, the energy, the passion, and them bars. If you wasn't paying attention to that second verse, I'm telling you, man, I would love to hear. I got to dig and see if they already have. I don't know. Somebody gonna tell me, oh yeah, she didn't already did this, that, and the other. I got to see if her and Nas then did something together ever. Because, bro, I'm not bullshitting you. Her and Nas would set fire to a track. Her and Nas would set fire to a track. You hear me? Bruh, I'm sorry. The last verse gave me goosebumps. Like, for real. She snapped on this last verse. Let's go.
Trying to be healed.
I need a license to feel, first of all. I don't know if she did or not, because I don't know enough about her to know whether or not she studied hip-hop history like that. Well, duh. She had to have. To be able to do this, she knows her hip-hop history. But license to feel actually is like, I don't even know if she's paying homage or if she's shouting out, but you know what I'm saying? That reminds me of the License to Ill. You know what I'm saying? The Beastie Boys reference, License to Ill. But she says, I need a license to feel. Bro, that's dope. That's dope. But internal wounds, I ain't trying to be healed. Bro, I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. I'm gonna do you justice. I'm not putting my take on that.
I need a license to feel internal wounds, and I'm not trying to be healed. I sabotage what you're trying to build, cause the feelings I keep aside, but it's time to reveal.
She said, I sabotage what we are trying to build. Bruh, I keep inside because feelings are. I want to make sure I get the words exactly right.
I need a license to feel internal wounds, and I'm not trying to be healed. I sabotage what you're trying to build, cause the feelings I keep aside, but it's time to reveal.
License to feel. I sabotage what we are trying to build. Feelings I keep inside. Anyway, but she said, but it's time to reveal. Basically, she's saying, you know what I'm saying? I need a license to feel. Almost like saying I need permission. I need to give myself permission to feel. I need to let myself know it's okay to feel. You know what I'm saying? Internal wounds, I ain't trying to be healed. I ain't trying to act like I ain't trying to forget, or I ain't trying to go back and, you know, they always say if I could fix something, or if I could go back and mend something that happened in my past, or this, that, and other. She's like saying, I'm not trying to be healed and act like I don't feel nothing. I'm not trying to act like none of this stuff is going on. You know, I sabotage what we are trying to build. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to become a better person. I'm trying my best not to put my own take on some of these things, because this is personal. I just want to bring up the bars. So I'm gonna stay away. I'm gonna stop myself. Zip the mouth, Mike. I'm gonna stop myself from trying to interpret and just point out the bars. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I gotta point out the bars.
I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations are surfaced. Simz.
I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations have surfaced. That's part of like the introversion, and you know, the introvert, you know, feel like if I have problems, they'd be like, why don't you ever tell nobody when you're going through nothing? It's, you know, for some reason we feel like we're being a burden if we share our feelings. But she's spitting on this verse. I'm sorry. I wish that I've got to get to know her. Even if I do it in less, and I've got to get to know her, because there's a story behind this.
Cause the feelings I keep aside, but it's time to reveal. I hate the thought of just being a burden. I hate that these conversations are surfaced. Simz an artist or Sim be the person. To you I'm smiling, but really I'm hurting.
Yeah, this is all going back to the yin and yang. This is all going back to what she says in the beginning of the song about trying not to, you know, taking the high road, taking the winner's flight, all that other kind of stuff. And she's just saying, you know what I'm saying, Simbi the artist or Simbi the person? Like, what do I care more about? What do I protect the most? Do I want to be Simbi the artist or Simbi the person? Because Simbi the artist knows, keep your mouth shut. This might sabotage your career. There's certain things that you don't want to touch because it might get in the way of your career. You might lose followers. You might lose, you know what I'm saying? Or do I focus more on Simbi the person and share what I really feel about things? You know what I'm saying? Simbi the artist or Simbi the person? Today I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I got to put on this face for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For this interesting, but really I'm hurting, bruh. Bruh. I keep saying, I said that I'm going to stop saying what I'm not going to do because I always end up doing what I said I'm not going to do because I'm trying not to put my own perspective on her because I don't know enough about her. But these bars are like they're so captivating that I'm trying to understand what she means. But I shouldn't be telling y'all because I could be way off.
Simz an artist or Simbi the person? To you I'm smiling but really I'm hurting. I dedicate my life and gave my heart over 20-something years. Left wondering how I even feel, but was it even worth it? I bottle up and then spill it in verses.
I bottle it up and then spill it in verses is a bar. I bottle up everything that I deal with personally, and I use this pen, kind of like Ren, I use this pen as my opportunity to express myself.
Feel, but was it even worth it? I bottle up and then spill it in verses. One day I'm wordless, next day I'm a wordsmith.
That's bars. The introvert thing. One day I'm wordless, the next I'm a wordsmith. Bruh, that's bars.
I bottle up and then spill it in verses. One day I'm wordless, next day I'm a wordsmith. Close to success, but to happiness I'm the furthest.
Close to success, but happiness I'm the furthest. Bruh, that's...
Wordless, next day I'm a wordsmith. Close to success, but to happiness I'm the furthest. At night I wonder if my tears will dry on their own. Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose.
That's a bar. I caught that. I don't know Simz, and I don't know her connection, but I do know that that's an intentional bar. That's gotta be an intentional bar. Tears will dry on their own. Fulfill Amy's purpose. Amy Winehouse had a song. Tears will dry on their own. Bruh, like that had to be intentional. I don't know what her connection is to Amy Winehouse, but hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Bruh, that had to be an intentional bar. I'm not going no deeper than that, but that had to be intentional.
Night I wonder if my tears will dry on their own. Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance. Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance. In the demon said motherfucker you earn this.
All right, I got it. At first when I stopped it, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I gotta say something because that reminded me of Ren also. You know, we're watching Ren. That one was kind of, it made it easier for me to understand that line. You know what I mean? Because in watching Ren, he often illuminates the struggle between the dark and the light. You know what I'm saying? The angel and the demon. You know, he often like really puts that into perspective. So when she said that, it just reminded me of some of the watches that I've had, you know, watching Ren and kind of breaking down his, you know what I'm saying? And she said, I
wonder if my tears will dry on their own. Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance.
That part, I just had to hear that part again because I had forgot the line. But she said, Angel said, don't let ego be your disturbance. Don't let your ego be the thing that gets in your way. You know what I'm saying? And then she said, but the demon said, motherfucker, you earned this. Forget what they saying over there. You have the right to have an ego. Bruh, that's bars. But I only caught that because Ren, so she again is illuminating the struggle that she has between the light and the dark side sometimes.
Hoping I will fulfill Amy's purpose. Angel said don't let ego be a disturbance. In the demon said motherfucker you earn this. Like they strip you of everything you're deserving. Realize there is a prison in us being conditioned as fuck. Man.
Realize there's a prison in us. We are conditioned as fuck. Even that cadence that she just used right there, you know what I'm saying? That cadence that she just used right there is very reminiscent of Nas because sometimes he ends his bars off using that double, you know what I'm saying, that double rhyme scheme like that. You know what I mean? So that was dope. That was dope in there. But understand there's a prison in us, and we're conditioned as fuck. Bro, that's bars.
Everything you're deserving. Realize there is a prison and nasty and conditioned as fuck. Man, it's like they can't sleep till our spirit is crushed. How much fighting must we do? We've been fearless enough. All we've seen is broken homes here in poverty. Corrupt government officials, lies and atrocities. How they talking almost threatening the economy. Knocking down communities to re-up on properties.
Threatening the economy, knocking down communities to re-up on properties. I'm telling you, she went off on this right here. It was like Simz, if you was trying not to address it, you can hang that up, my girl, cause you came for their neck on this verse. And all the time, all this interpretive dance and the movements that they doing there, bro, she had a point where they was going off in there, and they're like, I was like, oh yeah, that's hard, bro. The whole thing was, bro, the whole thing.
How they talking almost threatening.
Look how they moving right there. Just like that, bro, that's dope.
In the economy, knocking down communities to re-up on properties. I'm directly affected, it does more than just bother me. Look beyond the surface, don't just see what you want to see.
I said, I'm affected. You know what I'm saying? It does more than just bother me. It pisses me off.
Speech ain't involuntary, projecting attention straight from my lungs. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. We walking blind, faith not knowing the outcome. But as long as we're unified, then we've already won.
Bruh, number one, hey, shout out. Shout out to the black woman. Shout out to the black woman. She said, I'm a proud black woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not touching that. I am not a black woman. But shout out to the black woman, man. The black woman is man, I can't say enough. I can't say enough. It's one of the strongest forces I've ever seen move this earth, like real talk. But she said, I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. The double in there was the way that she tied the word one into everything. She said one in 3 different ways, all in 3 different contexts. She said, I'm a black one. First of all, and then she said, let me say, we walk in faith, not knowing the outcome. But the very definition of faith is belief in things unseen. So when she said we walk in blind faith, not knowing the outcome is the very definition of faith. Blind and not knowing the outcome both define the word faith. So that was bars. That was bars. I want to hear that next line because she tied one in 3 different ways.
Attention straight from my lungs. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. We walking blind, faith not knowing the outcome. But as long as we're unified, then we've already won.
That part. She said, I'm a proud black woman. Proud black woman. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud one. That's one. Look at me. One. That's the number one, right? And then she said, but as long as we're unified means uniting as one, then we've already won. W-O-N. So she said one 3 different times, you know what I'm saying? But in 3 different ways. She said the number one, she said the word that means one, and then she said the word one that means win. We've won. I'm a black woman. I'm a proud one. As long as we're unified, coming together as one, then we've already won. That was dope the way she just spit that. See, anybody that doesn't, I'm sorry, because I got to go back to that part right there, because just even that move, that look with that guy raising up towards the light, and the way that he just did that, people don't even understand how expressive that was and how much that added, just that shot added to this video. That is a power. If somebody took a photo of that alone stands out that is a powerful, passionate piece. Just that. That's symbolic right there to me. That right there is symbolic as hell to me right there. You know, they say when you wave the white flag, when you give up, when you surrender. You know what I'm saying? But they burning the white flag. They're not waving the white flag. They burning the white flag. Like we're not giving up. Fuck this white flag. We're gonna fight. That's symbolic as hell to me.
I will make it, don't you cry. God we trust, 'cause we're not alone.
I love this beat. That is the I'm sorry. That is the most hip hop. That is the most hip hop thing I've seen, other than the interpretive dance and everything. But just that scene right there takes me back to my beginning days. That right there, where she's leaning up and she's beating on the roof. That is such a hip hop scene right there. That is so fire. I'm sorry. I'm. Can y'all tell I'm loving this? Can y'all tell, bruh? I've known about her for so long. Why have I never dug into her? And now I'm like kicking the shit out of myself. That's an iconic scene right there too. Anybody that doesn't understand slavery or anybody that doesn't know anything about slavery won't recognize the iconicness of that shot right there. And we won't break it down in this video, but that is a very iconic shot right there. Yeah. I love this.
And so it begins. The base is an amalgamation of everything. Rules are not to be played by rebels.
Rules are not to be played by I'm sorry, I'm supposed to let this play.
The story of never ending. Your introversion led you here. Intuition protected you along the way. Feelings allowed you to be well balanced. And perspective gave you foresight. The top of the mountain is nothing without the climb. Only the strong will survive. Only the strong will survive. Lonely, your truth unveiled with time. As you embark on a journey of what it takes to be a woman.
Bruh. I can't front. I'm not going back and breaking down the talking part of that. What I will say about that talking part of that is she said the top of the mountain is nothing without the climb. Bro, that is bars. That's bars. I might have to write that down. I got to keep that one in my mental Rolodex. The top of the mountain is nothing without the climb. Fire. Bruh, I am so impressed with this song. I am so fucking impressed with this song. What can I say about it? I can't. What I will say is that, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to move some shit out my way here. I want to make sure I give proper credit. Carolyn. I didn't have the name out there, but I wrote it down. Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn. This is why I love what we do. This is why I love what I do over here, because you guys force me. I already have a very, very, very broad range of when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying? You'll always hear me say I'm a hip hop guy to my core. But don't ever get stuck in thinking that it's just hip hop. Like my musical spectrum and is so broad. It's crazy. Country, rock and roll, R&B, classic soul, doo-wop, you name it. I listen to it. So I know about a lot of stuff. I've known about British and UK hip hop, and I've known that British and UK hip hop is a force to be reckoned with. I've known that for quite some time. And my aversion to digging into it never had anything to do with me not thinking it was good enough. My aversion was because of the accent, and it doesn't have anything, bro, there's nothing wrong with the way that they speak. We just speak different. You know what I'm saying? And you go to another country, it's like someone going to China who doesn't speak Chinese. You go over there, you're not going to understand what they're saying, and you're not going to sit up and try to fake like you do. So with that being said, I stayed away from it because I didn't feel like I could do it fair justice because of the fact that our accent, and sometimes the accent is so deep that I don't catch the words. And I think that I'd be wrong at doing them a disservice by saying that I understand something that I don't understand. You know what I mean? So I stayed away. And maybe stereotypically I put, some of the other people, because like I said, I knew of Simz, and maybe some of the reason why I stayed away from Simz is because I was fearful of that same thing happening. But finding Ren and seeing Ren, and then because of some of the things that Ren has introduced me to, and seeing the way that he does his music and things like that, it's kind of opened my mind to saying, okay, not everybody's going to make it difficult for you to understand. You know what I mean? So maybe you need to, wet your palate a little bit more. So then when Carolyn suggested this, like I said, I'm slow getting on it, but it had nothing to do with my lack of willingness to address it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the reason why it took me so long is because I've been locked in on Ren. I can't leave Ren alone. and I've had other stuff that I've had to do. Long story short, I love this. I'm going to find out what song that was. I can't off the top of my head, and I hate when my brain fries like that. But that was so reminiscent of a Nas song. Again, Simz, if you hear this, Nas, if you happen to see this reaction, I doubt either one of y'all will. But if you see this reaction, man, I am rooting for a Simz and Nas collab. That would be so iconic, so fire. A Simz and Nas combo. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Simz, you did your thing. I'm not going to go add no more hot sauce onto the stuff that you already said in here again until I learn a little bit more about you. I might break down and try to catch the bars and tell you how dope I thought the sound was, but I am not going to do your music a disservice by trying to say or interpret anything that you said and I got caught trying to do it on this song and felt stupid doing it. So all I can say at the end of this is I fuck with that. And if all her stuff sounds like that, I think I might have me a new rabbit hole. Slow yourself down, y'all. Slow yourself down, because I know my comments are going to be flooded, but you need to listen to this, and you need to do that, and you need to listen to this. Patience, please. I'm one man. But thank y'all for going on this ride with me. Carolyn, thank you for the introduction, and I love y'all. Ain't shit y'all can do about it. Till the next one. Peace out.